You're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is k times k times k minus k times k. This is 100. So what is the value of k, or what are the values of k? Now let's provide a solution from here. So we have that k times k times k. This is k to the power of 3 minus k to the power of 2. This is equal to 100. The next step is to take 100 on the left hand side, so that we have k to the power of 3 subtract k to the power of 2 minus 100. This is equal to 0. So this means we have k to the power of 3 subtract k to the power of 2 minus 100, which is the same thing as minus 125 plus 25. This is equal to 0. So we have k to the power of 3 minus k to the power of 2 subtract 125. This is the same thing as 5 to the power of 3 plus 25, which is 5 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. Now, we have k to the power of 3 here and 5 to the power of 3. So this is k to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3 minus k to the power of 2 plus 5 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. So this means that we have k to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3 subtract. Now, we can express k squared plus 5 squared as k to the power of 2 minus 5 to the power of 2, cross the parentheses. This is equal to 0. So this means we have got two parts here. This is the difference of 2 cubes expressed as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. And the second part here, this is the difference of 2 perfect squares expressed as a squared minus b squared. Now we have that a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. This is the same thing as a minus b. A to the power of 2 plus a times b, then plus b to the power of 2. So applying this identity, this means we have k to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3. This can be expressed as k subtract 5. Here we have k squared plus 5k plus 5 squared. This is 25. Let's call this as the first part. Then we have a squared. This is the second part, the difference of 2 perfect squares that we can express as a plus b multiplied by a subtract b. So this is to mean that k to the power of 2 subtract 5 to the power of 2. This is the same thing as k plus 5 multiplied by k subtract 5. So this is the second part. Now let's combine the first part and the second part. Now combining the first part and the second part, this means we have k minus 5, k to the power of 2 plus 5k plus 25, then subtract k plus 5 multiplied by k minus 5. This is equal to 0. So if you check here, we have that k subtract 5 is common, so we can factor out k subtract 5, so that now here we have k to the power of 2 plus 5k plus 25. Now here we subtract k, then minus times plus 5. This is minus 5, cross the parentheses. This is equal to 0. So this implies that we have k minus 5, then we have k to the power of 2. Now 5k minus k, this is plus 4k. Then we have 25 minus 5, this is plus 20. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. We have k subtract 5, this is equal to 0. Then we have k to the power of 2 plus 4k plus 20. This is equal to 0. So from the first part here, we have that k1, this is equal to 5. This is a real solution. Then we have the second part here. This is a quadratic equation. We have the value of A is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, and we have the value of C equal to 20. So we can solve for K2, K3. This is by applying the quadratic formula here, which is minus B plus or minus. We have the square root of B squared minus 4AC, everything here divided by 2 times A. So let's substitute the values of A, B, and C into this formula so that we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times A, which is 1, then times C, which is 20, then everything here divided by 2 multiplied by 1. So this is to mean that here we have negative 4 plus or minus, we have the square root of 4 squared, this is equal to 16, minus 4 times 20, this is minus 80, then divided by 2. So here we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 80, this is negative 64, then divided by 2. So this implies that here we have negative 4 plus or minus. We can express the square root of negative 64 as the square root of 64 multiplied by minus 1 divided by 2. So here we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 64, this is 8, then square root of negative 1, this is equal to I. So we have 8I divided by 2. So in the numerator here, we have that 2 is common. So we have negative 4 divided by 2, this is negative 2 plus or minus 8I divided by 2, this is 4I, then divided by 2. So this implies that 2 and 2 here simplifies so that we have K2, K3, this is equal to negative 2 plus or minus 4I. So this indicates that we have K2, this is equal to negative 2 plus 4I. Then we have K3, this is equal to negative 2 minus 4I. So you find that these are two complex solutions. These are two complex solutions for this algebra problem. We only have only one real solution here, which is K1, and this is equal to 5. This is the only real solution that we have. Now let's check if this real solution here satisfies the equation. So we have that K multiplied by K multiplied by K, subtract K multiplied by K. This is supposed to give us a value of 100. So we have that this is 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, subtract 5 multiplied by 5. This is supposed to give us a value of 100. So this is 5 times 5 times 5, this is 125, minus 5 times 5, this is 25. This is supposed to give us a value of 100. So we have 125 minus 25, this is 100, which is equal to 100. So this means that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this implies that the real solution here satisfies the equation. So we have got 3 solutions here, 1 real solution and 2 complex solutions. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. Please like this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.